Hello everyone, welcome everyone. Today we are going to start a series in which we are doing all the coding interviews questions where we will going to face the topics of data structures like array, linked list, graph, trees. So in this series we are doing all the questions which will be asked in any company interview or in coding interview. So our first topic with which we are going to start is array. So as we know, an array is collection of items stored at contiguous memory locations and items are of same type. So what we are saying, like arrays is collection of items as we know, but the main feature of array is it is all the atom is stored at contiguous memory location, and the point at which we have to focus is items are of same type, items are of same data type. That's the point. So we know, if we know the position of first element of array, we can calculate the position of any element of the array. So that is the advantage of array. And now next point is location of next index depend on the data type. What that means is जो आपका नेक्स्ट इंडेक्स होगा उसका जो डेटा टाइप, जो भी हमारा एलिमेंट होगा उसका जो डेटा टाइप होगा उस पे साइज़ पे, उस एलिमेंट के साइज़ पे डिपेंड करेगा कि हमारा जो नेक्स्ट इंडेक्स की जो वैल्यू है वो क्या होगी. What that means is address of that element depend upon the data type. So if we are choosing int, so that's means 2 bytes, or if you are choosing char, so that means 1 byte. And next we are going to talk about type of indexing. Type of indexing, what that means, like we know in array many times indexing of array starts with 0, but there are many types of indexing like 0 based indexing, index start with 0, 1 based indexing, index start with 1, and based indexing, index start with any values. Now we are talking about advantage of arrays. So first point is random access to elements. So it is very clear, like in array, if we know the index of elements, so we can randomly access the element, and that's the advantage of array. Like it is a quick access to element. As we know in linked list, that is not the point of linked list. In linked list we have to we have to start with first element and then we reach that element which we want. So it is like a sequential process. Now second point is better cache locality. So what that means is, in array, as we know, the elements are at contiguous locations. So it is the advantage, like whenever any element is called, so locality of reference has been there to, which says that the locality which is near to that element is also will be preferred in the future. What that means. So now third point is multiple data items using single name. As we know, array has a single name, but with that name we have stored many elements in array. So that's the advantage. Like if we are storing element with the help of variable, so we can store only one element. But if we are storing element with the array, so there will be many elements. So that's the advantage. And now we are looking forward disadvantage. The disadvantage of array, as we know, array is a static data type. So once you have declared the array, you can't change its size. So sometimes what happens, like if you declare the array with 20, byte, but you need only 10 bytes, so that 10 byte will be wastage. Remaining 10 bytes will be wastage. So that's the disadvantage of array. And next point is insertion and deletion are difficult. As we know, array is a static data type, so once we declared the array, we can't change its size. So we can't insert or we can't delete. And the point is here, like we know array of characters. So a special name has been given to array of character, that is string. Array of character is called a string. Now we will move toward application on array. So we are talking about the applications of array. So we know that array stored many data elements with the same name. So this is the application of array. And sometimes we use arrays for CPU scheduling in queues. Like we queue the many processes in the array, so we can schedule them to CPU. And the third point is used to implement data structures like stack, queue, heap, hash table. So as we know, array is used in many data structures. As we know, array itself a data structure, but it is used to implement many other data structures like stacks, queues, heap, hash table. Now looking forward. So in this series we are only talking about Java. So how we will declare arrays in Java, that is important. So now looking forward, Java arrays. So as we know, arrays are static, but in Java only arrays are dynamically allocated. Okay, so in Java we treat arrays as object, and we know every object has a class, and the superclass of an array is object. And in Java, index begin from 0. Now we are looking forward how to declare array in Java. So these both declaration is valid. In whichever format you want to declare, you can declare. Now you have declared them, but you have not declared the size of array. So to declare the size of array, we use new keyword. New keyword is used to create array in memory, and this is the size. So this is the size of array which we are declaring. Now you can see this, there are two steps. First we have declared, and then we have created the memory, and now we can add these two equations into this one single equation, where we have declared also and where we have created also. So we have created the array with the new keyword. So it is very important that array is created with the help of new in Java. Now if we want to declare element in array, so we can declare them directly. As you can see here, we have not given the size here because we have given the elements, and if we count them 1 2 3 4 5, so 5 elements are there. So this array has 5 elements. This is the data type of the array with which we are declaring this array, and this is the name of the array, whichever you want to give. And the data type you have int, float, double, whichever you want. Here you declare the size, but as you give the elements, so it is very obvious that number of elements has 5. Now if we want to access array elements using for loop, so how we can access? So firstly focus here array.length. So length is a function which tells how many element array has. This array has how many elements, so it will give the length of array. So if we run the loop from I equal to 0 to I less than AR dot length, so here what we are doing here, printing the element at index, we are giving the index, and here we are giving the element. So in this way we can access the array element. Thank you everyone. Today we are closing this videos here, but now we will get another video on this topic, and there we will going to solve coding interview question, where we will go for practical also. And firstly we will describe these problems in theoretical way, and then we will implement this in practical way. So these questions are very important, and for other videos we are going to implement arrays. We are going to see many logic on arrays, and we will implement them. So for that now, thank you everyone.